Dear chosen one, there is a reason why love and relationships feel different for you. Have you ever felt like an outsider, watching the world of romance unfold as if you were looking through glass? You see people going on dates, forming relationships, and following the traditional path of love, yet something within you whispers that your journey is not the same. This is not loneliness. It is divine separation. Your path was never meant to follow the patterns of the world because you were chosen for something greater. Society tells you that love is a necessity, that without a relationship you are incomplete. But deep inside you sense a higher truth. Your solitude is not a curse but a sacred space of transformation. Every moment you spend in isolation is a period of divine preparation, where your soul is being refined, your energy purified, and your purpose made clearer. Many people chase love to fill a void, but you were never meant to seek external validation. Your love story is written by the hands of the divine, unfolding in ways that transcend human understanding. Friends and family may not understand. They may question why you are still alone, why you do not conform to the expectations placed upon you. But this is not a choice. It is a calling that demands self-mastery, inner stillness, and a deep connection with your spiritual path. The world moves fast, rushing toward temporary pleasures, but you are being guided by a different force, one that requires patience, discipline, and unwavering faith. You are not here to find romance the way others do. You are here to align with a greater mission. And when the time is right, the right connections will be drawn to you, not out of desperation, but out of divine alignment. If these words resonate with your soul, if you have always felt this deep knowing within you, then you are not alone. There is a reason why love has not come easily to you, and in the next moments we will uncover the truth behind this sacred path. But before we move forward, I invite you to join this community of chosen ones. Subscribe to this channel and share this message with others who need to hear it. Your journey is unique, but you do not have to walk it alone. Now, let's dive deeper into why relationships do not follow the same rules for chosen ones. The energy of the chosen ones and why it affects relationships. There is something about your presence that disrupts the ordinary. You may not realize it, but the energy you carry is unlike anything most people have encountered. Imagine a lantern that burns with divine fire. It does not flicker like the weak lights of the world, nor does it dim to make others comfortable. It shines with a force that reveals truth, exposing everything that is hidden beneath the surface. This is what happens when you enter a room. People feel something even if they cannot explain it. Some are drawn to you, while others instinctively pull away. This is not a choice. It is a natural consequence of the energy you carry. Many people live in illusion, masking their true selves with distractions, avoiding deep reflection. But when they encounter you, something shifts. Your presence forces them to confront the truth about themselves, about their relationships, about their purpose. This is why relationships for chosen ones are not easy. You do not fit into superficial dynamics because your very essence demands authenticity. Have you ever noticed how some people are intensely attracted to you, yet quickly become distant? It is not because you did anything wrong. It is because your energy requires growth, and not everyone is ready for that. Some will see you as a source of inspiration, while others will view you as a threat to their comfort zones. This is why you must be discerning in your relationships. Not everyone who is drawn to you is meant to stay. Some are only there to learn a lesson, and once that lesson is too difficult to face, they will leave. This is divine protection. It may hurt when people walk away, but understand that their departure is a blessing in disguise. You do not need to chase anyone. The relationships that are meant for you will withstand the light you carry, not run from it. And while the world may tell you to compromise, to lower your frequency for the sake of companionship, remember this: you were never meant to blend in. You were meant to transform. If you feel this truth within you, if you recognize this pattern in your own life, I invite you to support this message. Click the super thanks button and share your thoughts in the comments. Your energy is rare, and it is time for more chosen ones to awaken to their power. The divine purpose of solitude, why you are being set apart. The world sees solitude as emptiness, as a space that must be filled with distractions, relationships, or constant movement. But for chosen ones, solitude is not an absence. It is a sacred sanctuary of preparation. This is the space where divine refinement takes place, where your soul is strengthened and your mission is revealed. Look at the greatest spiritual figures in history. Before stepping into their purpose, they endured long periods of isolation. Jesus spent 40 days in the wilderness. Moses wandered the desert. Paul embraced celibacy for the sake of his mission. This is the pattern of the chosen ones. God removes you from the noise of the world so that you can hear his voice clearly. He isolates you so that you can be refined without external influence. This is why relationships do not come easily to you. You are not meant to be distracted by connections that do not serve your higher calling. Some chosen ones spend years in solitude because their preparation requires deep transformation. Others experience cycles of isolation, where they are periodically removed from relationships to realign with their purpose. No matter the length of this process, the purpose remains the same, to strengthen you for what is coming. During this time, you will be tested. You may feel the urge to seek companionship, to fill the silence with someone who makes you feel seen. But be careful, not every relationship is meant for you. Some connections will drain you, distract you, or delay your mission. This is why discernment is critical. Every person you allow into your life must align with your energy, your purpose, and your divine assignment. Solitude is not a punishment. It is divine protection. It keeps you from settling. It keeps you from wasting time on the wrong relationships. It keeps you focused on what truly matters. When the right person enters your life, it will not be because you were searching. It will be because you were prepared. Until then, trust the process. Use this time to grow, to strengthen your spirit, to develop your gifts. Because when your divine counterpart arrives, you will not just be in a relationship, you will be stepping into a sacred union designed for a mission greater than yourselves. The world may not understand your solitude, but you are not here to be understood. You are here to be transformed. Stay on your path and remember, your journey is not meant to look like anyone else's. Why your light disrupts the ordinary, the mirror effect. There is something about you that people cannot ignore. Even in silence, your energy speaks volumes. You do not try to stand out, yet you do. You do not seek attention, yet people feel your presence the moment you walk into a room. This is the power of your light, the divine force within you that reveals truth. But not everyone is ready for that truth. The world thrives on illusion. People hide behind masks, crafting identities that fit societal expectations. They avoid self-reflection, filling their lives with distractions to escape their own inner void. But when they encounter a chosen one, something shifts. Your energy forces them to confront the things they have suppressed, their fears, their insecurities, their unhealed wounds. You are like a mirror, exposing what lies beneath the surface. This is why relationships for chosen ones are different. Many people will be drawn to you, but few will stay. Some will be inspired by your authenticity, eager to grow in your presence. Others will feel exposed, uncomfortable, and even intimidated. You may have noticed how people initially admire you, yet over time they distance themselves without explanation. They are not rejecting you. They are rejecting what your presence makes them see within themselves. This is why you cannot lower your frequency to make others comfortable. Some connections are not meant to last because they cannot withstand the weight of truth. If you have ever felt abandoned by people who once seemed fascinated by you, understand that their departure was not about you. It was about them. Your light is a filter, separating those who seek truth from those who choose to remain in illusion. It is not your job to convince people to stay. Your only responsibility is to remain true to who you are. Those who are meant for you will not be repelled by your light. They will be strengthened by it. The right connections will not ask you to shrink, to dim, or to compromise. Instead, they will celebrate your authenticity and walk beside you with purpose. If you have experienced this pattern in your life, know that you are not alone. The chosen ones are scattered across the world, but we are connected by a shared truth. Leave a comment below if you've ever felt like your energy shifts the atmosphere. Share your experience so that others can find comfort in knowing they are not the only ones. Breaking free from the illusion of love, the chosen one's perspective. From childhood, you were told that love is the ultimate goal. Fairy tales, movies, and society all reinforce the idea that finding a partner is the key to fulfillment. But deep within, you have always sensed that your path is different. Love, as the world defines it, does not resonate with you. Superficial connections, fleeting romances, and relationships based on convenience never felt right. That is because you were never meant to experience love in an ordinary way. For chosen ones, love is not about filling a void. It is not about seeking validation or escaping loneliness. Love, in its highest form, is about divine purpose. Relationships are not meant to be distractions. They are meant to be alignments, sacred unions that elevate both souls toward their mission. This is why you have struggled to find love in the traditional sense. Many people enter relationships out of fear. Fear of being alone, fear of being unworthy, fear of facing themselves. But chosen ones do not operate from fear. They operate from truth. This path requires a level of self-awareness that most people never reach. You do not rush into relationships for the sake of companionship. You do not force connections that do not align with your spirit. You have learned that being alone is better than being in the wrong company. And while the world may see this as a flaw, it is actually your greatest strength. Your solitude has given you wisdom. You have observed the patterns, the cycles, the illusions that many people fall into. You have witnessed people settle for less than they deserve, compromise their values, and lose themselves in relationships that drain them. You refuse to do the same. This does not mean love will never find you. It simply means that when it does, it will be real. It will not be built on illusions, but on truth. It will not be forced, but divinely orchestrated. Until then, trust your journey. Do not let the world convince you that you are missing out. What you are experiencing is not lack. It is divine preparation. You are not waiting for love. You are being refined for it. And when the time comes, you will recognize it not by desperation, but by alignment. If this resonates with you, I encourage you to embrace your unique perspective. Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. Have you ever felt like love operates differently for you? Let's start a conversation. The spiritual warfare in relationships. Why some connections are not meant to be. Chosen ones often find themselves in relationships that feel like battles. These are not ordinary breakups or simple misunderstandings. These are spiritual tests, designed to either refine or distract you. Some relationships come into your life as lessons, revealing what you still need to heal. Others arrive as distractions, meant to pull you away from your divine path. If you are not careful, you may mistake a lesson for a lifetime connection, or worse, allow a distraction to delay your purpose. Spiritual warfare is real. The moment you begin to walk in alignment with your calling, opposition will arise. Not every person who enters your life is sent by God. Some are sent to test your discernment. Have you ever felt an intense, almost magnetic connection with someone only for it to end in chaos? This is because not all chemistry is divine. Some connections feel powerful, but they are rooted in wounds, not destiny. There are relationships that drain your energy, leaving you exhausted and disconnected from your purpose. There are people who enter your life with the appearance of love, but their presence disrupts your peace. These are not divine unions. These are spiritual distractions. The enemy knows that if he cannot stop you, he will try to delay you. And one of the most effective ways to do that is through the wrong relationships. This is why discernment is key. Not everyone who says they love you is meant to stay in your life. Some are there to teach you, to sharpen your wisdom, and then to leave. Others are there to test your boundaries, to see if you will compromise your calling for temporary affection. A chosen one must always ask, is this connection elevating me, or is it draining me? Is this love pulling me closer to my purpose, or is it pulling me away? When a relationship ends, do not always see it as a failure. Some endings are divine interventions. God will remove the wrong people before they can do more harm. He will close doors that lead nowhere, even if your heart desires to keep them open. Trust the removal as much as you trust the blessings. You are not meant for ordinary relationships. You are meant for divine partnerships. The difference is that divine partnerships will never require you to shrink, to compromise, or to lose yourself. They will align, they will empower, and they will serve a greater purpose. If you have ever felt like your relationships were spiritual battles, know that you are not alone. Drop a comment and share your experience. Have you ever felt like certain connections were not meant to last? Let's discuss this together. The role of divine timing, when and how love will find you. Chosen one, there is a sacred timing to everything in your life, including love. You are not being denied a relationship. You are being prepared for a connection that aligns with your mission. The world operates on human urgency, pushing the idea that you must find love quickly, that being single is a problem to be solved. But divine love does not follow human timelines. It does not operate on desperation, convenience, or societal pressure. It moves with precision, alignment, and higher purpose. You may have asked yourself, why hasn't love found me yet? The answer is simple: because you are still becoming. Every season of your solitude is refining you, strengthening you, and preparing you for a connection that will not weaken your purpose but amplify it. Love is not about timing, it is about readiness. Many people rush into relationships before they have healed, before they have aligned with their calling, before they even know who they are. That is why so many relationships fail. But you are different. You are being prepared for something rare. There is a reason why temporary relationships have never satisfied you. Your soul rejects the idea of settling for less than what is divinely ordained. This is why superficial dating, quick romances, and meaningless attachments do not resonate with you. Your love story is not meant to be ordinary. It is being written by divine hands, carefully constructed to align with your mission. The right connection will not come when you are looking for it, but when you are fully in alignment with who you were always meant to be. In the waiting, you must trust. Trust that what is meant for you cannot miss you. Trust that the person being prepared for you is undergoing their own transformation. And most importantly, trust that God is orchestrating everything with perfection. When the time is right, love will not be forced, questioned, or uncertain. It will flow effortlessly because it will be divinely designed. Until then, do not focus on what is missing, focus on becoming. Elevate yourself, deepen your spiritual awareness, and step fully into your mission. The love that is meant for you will meet you on the path of purpose. If you resonate with this message, drop a comment below and share your thoughts. Have you felt that your love life operates on a different timeline? Let's talk about it. The sacred power of self-love, becoming your own best partner. Society teaches people to search for love outside of themselves. It tells them that wholeness comes from another person, that fulfillment is found in relationships. But as a chosen one, your journey is different. You are not here to seek completion in another. You are here to discover the fullness of who you already are. Self-love is not a trend. It is the foundation of your spiritual power. Before you can be in a divine relationship, you must master the relationship with yourself. This is why many chosen ones experience long periods of solitude. It is not rejection. It is a sacred opportunity to build self-awareness, emotional independence, and divine alignment. The deeper your connection with yourself, the clearer you will be about the type of love that truly matters. Many people enter relationships out of fear. Fear of being alone, fear of not being enough, fear of never being chosen. But fear-based love is not love, it is attachment. Chosen ones are called to something higher. You are not here to beg for love, to chase validation, or to compromise your essence just to be accepted. You are here to embody love, to radiate it from within, to become so whole within yourself that your presence alone is enough. When you truly love yourself, you raise your frequency. You no longer attract people who take advantage of your kindness, who drain your energy, or who do not respect your journey. Instead, you align with those who mirror your growth, your depth, and your divine calling. This is why your solitude is not a curse, it is a gift. It is the time where you learn how to be your own best partner, where you cultivate inner peace, and where you prepare for a love that matches your worth. Stop waiting for someone to complete you. You are already complete. And the moment you embrace that truth, you will find that the love you were looking for was never outside of you. It was always within. And when love does come, it will be an addition, not a necessity. It will be a reflection of the love you have already cultivated within. If you have been on this journey of self-discovery, share your experience in the comments. How has self-love transformed your perspective on relationships? Let's uplift each other. Your mission over romance, the ultimate calling of the chosen ones. Many people believe that relationships are the highest goal in life, that love, marriage, and companionship are the ultimate achievements. But chosen ones know better. While love is beautiful, it is not the purpose of your existence. Your mission is greater than romance. It is about impact, transformation, and divine service. Look at history. The most powerful spiritual leaders, visionaries, and changemakers did not prioritize relationships over their calling. Jesus, Paul, and many other chosen ones walked paths of solitude, dedicating themselves fully to their divine work. Their mission required focus, discipline, and a level of commitment that could not be compromised for personal desires. This is not to say that chosen ones are destined to be alone forever, but it does mean that relationships must align with purpose, not distract from it. If love comes into your life, it must serve a higher function. It must elevate your spiritual journey, not hinder it. This is why many chosen ones experience failed relationships. The people they were with were not aligned with their destiny. God removes what does not serve your growth. If someone cannot walk alongside your mission, they are not meant to stay. Many chosen ones struggle with this reality. They desire love, but deep inside, they know that their work on this earth is more important than personal fulfillment. It takes spiritual maturity to accept this truth. When you prioritize your mission, you realize that love, if meant to be, will find you without interference. But if a relationship is keeping you from fulfilling your purpose, it is not love. It is a distraction. Your calling is your priority. You were not placed on this earth to fit into the mold of conventional relationships. You were placed here to lead, to awaken, and to transform. Do not let the world convince you that your life is incomplete without romance. The real fulfillment comes from walking in your divine assignment. Everything else, including love, will come as a byproduct of your obedience. So stand firm, do not rush, do not settle. Focus on your mission. And if love is part of your path, it will find you at the right time in the right way with the right person. Until then, keep walking in your purpose. Your destiny is far too important to be compromised. If this message speaks to your soul, share your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever had to choose your mission over a relationship? Let's support each other in this journey. Final words, trusting the journey and embracing your destiny. Chosen one, your journey is sacred. Your solitude is not a punishment, it is a preparation. You are not being forgotten or overlooked. You are being positioned for something greater than you can imagine. Every moment of waiting, every experience of isolation, every lesson learned is shaping you into the person you are meant to become. The world will try to convince you that you are missing out, that you should be searching for love, chasing relationships, or settling for companionship just to fit in. But deep inside, you know the truth. You are not here to fit in, you are here to transform. So trust the process. Embrace the waiting. Know that your mission is more important than temporary pleasure. And when love does come, it will not be because you sought it out, but because you became the person who was ready to receive it. If this message resonated with you, like this video, subscribe to the channel and share this message with other chosen ones. Your journey is powerful and your light is needed in this world. Keep shining, keep growing, and trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should.